Hello and welcome to our software tutorial series. This tutorial will continue to walk you through how to fill out the main information sheet in the software by completing the taxpayer's filing status information. In this tutorial, you will learn how to list the filing statuses available on the main information sheet, select a filing status on the main information sheet, and enter additional information on the main information sheet for the married filing separately, head of household, and qualifying widow or widower filing status. There are 5 filing statuses. These are single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, head of household, and qualifying widow or widower with a dependent child. If more than one filing status applies to the taxpayer, choose the one that gives the taxpayer the lowest tax. You must determine the filing status before you can determine your filing requirements, standard deductions, and correct tax. The filing status is also used to determine whether the taxpayer is eligible to claim certain deductions and credits. Selecting a filing status on the main information sheet is simple. First, select the appropriate filing status checkbox. Remember, the filing statuses are single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, head of household, and qualifying widow or widower with a dependent child. Select single to indicate that the taxpayer is not married and does not qualify for another filing status. Select married filing jointly to indicate this is a married filing jointly return. Select married filing separately to indicate that the taxpayer and spouse are filing separately. If you select married filing separately, the spouse's name entries become required. You will need to type in the first name, the last name, and then type in their Social Security number. Next, you will need to answer the question, did your spouse live with you in 2011? Select the Yes checkbox to indicate the taxpayer and spouse lived together during the tax year. Next, answer the question, did you and your spouse live together at any time after June 30th of 2011? For this example, we will select the Yes checkbox. The answers to these questions affect benefits that are not allowable to spouses filing separately who are living together. Do not fill in spouse information at the top of the main information sheet if you are filing married filing separately. The next questions only apply if the state address is a community property state. Answer these questions only if the filing status is married filing separately and the address is in Arizona, California, Idaho, Louisiana, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Washington, or Wisconsin, or if you are filing a tax return with any of these states. Select the Yes or No checkbox to answer the question, is this your home of record? If you answer yes to this question, fill in the Community Property Allocation Worksheet, which you can find in the Forms list. For this example, select the No checkbox. Select the Yes or No checkbox to answer the question, are you a resident of this community property state? If you select Yes, complete the Community Property Allocation Worksheet and use Form 1040. If you select No to this question, you cannot e-file this return. The return must be mailed to the IRS. Select Head of Household if you qualify to use the Head of Household filing status. Enter the qualifying child's name and Social Security number only if the qualifying child is not claimed as a dependent. Select Qualifying Widow or Widower with Dependent Child if you qualify as a qualifying widow or widower with a dependent child. If the spouse died during the tax year, the taxpayer is considered married for the whole year for filing status purposes and cannot use the status. You should now be able to list filing statuses on the main information sheet, select filing status, and enter additional information for status. Thank you for viewing this tutorial.